every competition you start with a weigh-in because you're in different weight categories. You start with the squat and you get 3 attempts of each lift. So you have squat followed by bench followed by deadlift.
It's moving well, squeezes it through, locks it out, gets the down command. Should be good, it is.
Generally people start off with a very manageable weight. They know they can get it really easily. Once you increase, you can't go down, so if you miss your second attempt, you still have to lift at least that much in your third attempt. The aim is to get the biggest total, so it's not, I mean, obviously if you have a really good squat, that's impressive, but you want to have the biggest overall total in your weight category.
So being a high performer, it's nice. It does feel like there's a lot of pressure some of the time, a lot of expectation. I guess the nature of the sport is that you're competing against other people, but I think one of the things I like most about the sport is it doesn't matter where you are. The most important thing is that you're just trying to improve yourself. So generally speaking, I set my benchmark as myself. I try not to look at what other people are doing. So I try to just look at past Remi and try to do a little bit better than past Remi did. And I think that's probably the healthiest way to progress in the sport, and yeah, it seems to have worked well so far.
Yeah! Oh my God! 245 kilos and your new 66 kilo British champion.
Moving well, can he get it there? He gets it to the top. Did he do enough? He does, he gets the 2 white lights and he steals the bronze medal away.
Seeing as this is my 3rd year of my degree, and after I'm a medic, so in the next 3 years it gets a little bit more busy. I'm trying to kind of tick things off my bucket list this year. I got an invite to Team GB trials in March. So hopefully, if those go well, I'll be able to compete as part of Team GB. And so my aspirations for this year, just to put as big a total as I can at World Championships.
First place, 242.5 kilograms.
Essentially, weightlifting is a much older sport than powerlifting. In the past, you know, they used to have barbells and weights, but they didn't actually used to have racks or bench presses. Those things are relatively recent. So all movements started from the floor and ended up over your head, and that's where the weightlifting movements come from. So weightlifting has been in the Olympics since before powerlifting was really a sport, and certainly before it became popular. Since that point, the issue has basically been around that powerlifting has in the past, in the sort of 80s, 90s, powerlifting had a bad reputation in terms of anabolic steroid use and drug use. There weren't any drug-tested federations. Essentially, it was a free-for-all. So at that point, the Olympic Committee would not have allowed powerlifting to join. And at this point, there are lots of drug-tested powerlifting federations, and there's lots of ways to do it, you know, drug-free, and a lot of people are drug-free doing it. But there's still that stigma that hangs over this sport, and actually at the moment weightlifting is having some trouble with lifters getting testing positive with WADA and things like that. So weightlifting might even, there's a risk weightlifting could be removed from the Olympics. So if that happens, I'm sure powerlifting probably won't end up in the, but I would love to see powerlifting in the Olympics because it's a pure strength sport, and I think that's one of the things that the Olympics is about, pushing the human body to its maximum in these certain physical attributes. So.